preliminary round. I assume you know what the drill is by now. 7-minute speeches. Last and first minutes are protected. In order to check the speaking order, opening government, who is speaking first? Igor. Opening opposition, who is speaking first? Victor. Okay. Closing government. First one, right. Closing opposition, who's speaking first? Right. So this House will introduce recalls for Supreme Court or constitutional judges. Without further ado, I'd like to give the Prime Minister the floor.
Okay, so why it is important to introduce recalls for Supreme Court or constitutional judges? So we are playing for Ukraine and only for constitutional judges. So why? Because it's very important for Ukraine because we had revolution and not all the government changed for the democratic part. And now we have the situation when people who want to improve themselves, that they are right, and they go into court, there is a corrupt judges that are taking the decisions only in case those political part or someone who paid for them. And it is a very big problem for Ukraine, and now we need to change it. So how we want to change it and how we will change it. For the voting, could go people who are more than 18 years old, and to become a judge can go people only with judicial education. Okay, and also to choose a new judge. Also can't choose new judge. The people who worked in parliament, in government, at any time of existing of Ukraine or another country, and also the man could become judge if he was in the previous government or he was in the government of another country. Why so? Because we need a new people who will take a real right decisions and will make a new, really democratic court which will make everything to make our country better, more democratic, and who will improve and help people because before this moment, we had a court that was who was improving interest of the corruption and of the previous president's politics, and people could not improve that they are right. And each court was ending with a decision against people, and it's very bad because exactly each law that was taken in the government was agreed by judges, and as we know, the laws that were before were really corrupt, and the judges also was corrupt. But now if we will have a real right democratic judge, and the law that will come from the government will be not right, or will be not democratic, or will be formed by corrupted people to improve themselves, this church will decline it. And it's very important for us and for Ukraine to get a democratic structure. And what is the law? What is the churches? This is the first people who are making this. So if we will change, if we will have ability for people to choose who will judge, and if the judge will make something bad, will take a bad decision, someone will pay him and people will see it, they can change him. And this is the democratic. No. So as I said, the people, again, the people who can vote, it is the people who are 18 or 18 years old or older, the people who didn't work in government before, and the people who can go on the place of God. The man with right education and who wasn't in government or did or corruption system, who wasn't seen in corruption systems. So that's why we want to. That's why we improve these criteria, and that's the thing we want to get a democratic structure in our country. So thank you very much, and
again, from the gentleman for speech, I'd like to welcome the member from the opposition to open up the case.
Thank you very much. So we heard points about combined judges, but that one is not solving that problem. Solving that problem is criminal checking and system of police and other systems which should check and try to catch such guys. Yes, they have protection and they should have protection. And our team and I think our mind will tell and will explain you that your law that you want to make is destroying principle of power division. So we are speaking about, as you know, by Montesquieu, that classical power division, and your possibility of recalls, it destroys judge independence of judges. They should, if they are low, if they are appropriate to law, they should be on their position as per now status quo for a few 5-7 years as it is in our country. And only in such a situation it should be absolutely not dependable from any influence from legislative branch of power or from executive branch. As we see, that 7 years old period is much more than even all periods of president or deputy. So that one is like we choose our mechanism, president or as per our mechanisms, that higher positions choose from the best judges, best ones. As a result, we have mixed that court, which is not one, not two judges, as usual, corruption judges. You know, there is 12 judges. How much money you should have to pay them all? Or how much should be that operation? It's not you, secretly and to make it absolutely clear. Yes, thank you. So as a result, your law project will destroy that 12 that constant code. So as a result, we have a weak link, sorry, on every judges. It could be like through media. They could be like programmed to destroy their reputation, not justly, but just writing some matters not from sources not possible to understand, and they are not popular, and they are under attack that judges. So we have at first their possibility to be destroy their reputation without any real facts which should be checked by. We have a special power branch which checks the criminal things or something like this. As a result, the judges will be afraid to make decision. As you know, there is a mechanism of having a special opinion. I think that your law also destroys that mechanism of special opinion, because any judge wanted to be separated from that group, which it's like a group of birds. I don't know. They don't want to be separated because it will be killed by society or by legislative organ. Also, if as you told, for example, recalls, yes, you thought that it could be made by parliament. We have a situation that president is very, for example, like Russia, yes, president and very important, very widespread party, which is rather popular in society. So, as a result, we have that court, which was formed 7 years ago, and that guys are new. They came here and they are very popular now, they're high. So they have some guys in that court, which is not good, but he protects law constitution here due to their work. And they want to become that court like dogs and to recall all guys by their majority, which not appropriate to their new like clan, which appears in two branches of power. So such situation is rather usual thing, especially in Eastern Europe. As a result, you want to destroy completely possibility for that branch of power, like legislative branch, to be independent. It's not independent now completely, but you want to destroy it little, small independent at all. And as a result, we will have completely authoritarian society and government. Thank you very much.
I think the gentleman will speak. I'd like to welcome the Deputy Prime Minister to continue the case in the proposition side.
Glad to see you. I'm Alex, my teammate Igor, and we played today at the Open Government, and today we're talking about election laws to Supreme and Constitutional Court. And I begin now my speech from discussing some things that we heard from opposition. We heard that our law, our reform can solve the problem with problems with constitutional and Supreme Court. But problem we have today in this sphere, and why we change the sphere to more free, to more liberal, and so on. It's because we have a problem with flexibility of our supreme and concentrational code. Today, if we choose words to code, we cannot we can't fire this and only if general if General Rosetta's office can prove us that it's criminal or some problems in Supreme Court, we can file this. And now we create a new system that must help us to change judgment, higher judgment system and bring us a new judgment. Today we have an adequate system of resistance of violence on violence and crimes. We have some problems with adequate reaction supreme and constitutional court on situation in our country, and we heard from first position about Yanukovych family, about clan that influences on our judgment system. And yeah, it's true. We have a lot of problems with free and liberal system in judgment. And now in this law, we try to change this situation. We try to bring a new wave, new views on this, and we try to reform our system, because today it's a hard situation in our country, and we try to change something. And of course, we must detailize into some things. In what way we actually use words to cut? Is we create a commission that will be recruitment from some categories of lawyer, and on the pre-election, this commission bring, for example, 50 people that we can take choose on a free election from all our country. And what we finally said on the first government, we said that today we must change this system, this crime system that now we have in our judgment system in constitutional and supreme power, because this is not a real democracy system. This is a system of these are rights, and I think that it's good law. Thanks.
I think we can conclude speech. I'd like to welcome the deputy head of the opposition to continue the case for her side.
And you say that only new people will make the right decision. I will rebuttal this, that in our opinion, not only new people, we need people who have experience in that spheres, who have worked more than maybe 10 years and have known about this system. That's why we're buckling your argument about new people. We need not only new people. Why new people? So some people could have more experience, be more qualified, and have more practice, and that's all. Also, I'll speak about risk of promotion. For example, if we introduce this system, as the government told us, it can be risk of promotion of some people which have their own interests in this sphere. And this will lead in a situation in our country to more awful situations in judicial system, because of somebody will promote people or person which have their own interests. Then, if we do this as government suggests us, it will lead to non-transfer judicial system where judges would be put by non-objectiveness way. Also, I could say that we talked about constitutional court and Supreme Court. And what about constitutional court? If we introduce this recall system, we'll have unstable constitution, because all court will do a decision in their own opinion, and they lead to, as I previously say, their own interest and non-objectiveness. And this will be there also for the whole system of our country. Also, we can say government told us about commission, that we should introduce some category of lawyers and something like this. And we think that commission can be introduced. Yes, it can be. But the system of choosing them is very, very, very hard to do the system and to choose that people. Also, especially in our country, in our situation, because we should look at reality, what is happening now. And then I'll say about such case as impeachment. For example, this is if we introduce this system or these laws, impeachment would be impossible, because all judges will be or pro-presidential, for example, due to mechanism of recalling. So this is a non-democratic way of doing power in country, but we live in democratic country, and that's why these are our main reasons why government shouldn't introduce this recalling system.
I think the lady for the speech, I'd like to welcome the extension speaker from the proposition side to continue their case.
Hello, my name is Ivan, and I'll start my speech from the robot. Okay, first, of course, our position for us is a lot of money to change judges, or 12, not 12, but 18 judges in Ukraine, for example. A lot of money to change judges we will send, we will raise in this case. So this game is not about how much money we will send. This game about why we need to do it and why we need to send this waste this money and what we will talk about that later. So it's game not about money. You're afraid of being killed by society, killed in not in right. So perfect killed to society. So just make correct decision, and you will be killed by society. You will be killed by these birds, like I say, and they will like you, so you will be honored by them. Then we talked about authority in society. So we have in every elections of deputies, presidents, it has bad and good sides. So we have to live with it, just live with it. Then argument promotion of some people with their interests. If somebody decided to promote some people with their interests, it will be he will be do it in each way. With this system of changing judges or without it. It told it will be not objective. I don't think it's, I will not rebuttal this argument at all because it's not objective and objective. All of our work is subjective and we have to live with it also. So you also talk about impeachment, but it does not exist in our country. Impeachment of judges. We have impeachment only of prime minister and impeachment only of president and so on. Later, a little bit later. Now we will talk about two things. First is human rights, rights of election, and in case open elections, fixing cases in our judicial system. Second, it will be how our people are educated and why, in this case, will increase the education of our people. And third, it will be about how to move justice in the right way. Yes, please.
You told about impeachment of president and that Supreme Court is one of the steps of impeachment. That is like danger.
Steps of impeachment?
Yes.
Supreme Court?
Yes.
No questions. Sorry. I don't understand how Supreme Court can be involved in impeachment because it's made by Verkhovna Rada in Ukraine as well. Only by Verkhovna Rada, not by Supreme Court. If you talk about some issues, in this case, in this process, it is decided by Constitutional Court with colleagues, but not with one judge. So let's talk about human rights. If something went wrong, it will be noticed by single people first, because they know this kitchen from the out of this sphere. So if something went wrong, we have to fix it and do it as fast as possible. And it will be a black decision if we will complain on this judge and another judges will talk. If he able to stay as a judge, and or if he has to leave this position of judge. So we have to involve our single people, citizens, to vote and to decide who of them right and who of them not right. It will be like books of complaining and suggestion. We can complain on waiters in a restaurant if she did something wrong. And why can't we complain on this judge when he did wrong decisions systematically, not one time? Systematically, he will take wrong decision. It will be noticed by a majority of his offenders or his in majority of his cases, and that's why it can be just he's bad, remove him. No, it will be objective in this way. So justice, how will increase the education of common citizen? Most people know what they are voting for in the elections of presidents and or prime minister. So they read about them, they read their positions, they read the positions, they read their programs on future, and they know. So I will vote for this person, and he will make better maybe salary for me in future. So I will vote for him. And if root cause this judge why he is wrong or why he is right. So we will, in this case he did so, in this case he did so, and it's all law. Our country are suffer from not law educated people. Don't know how to do it. They don't know how to deal with each situation in which they have rights or in which they have did something wrong. Yes.
You told us that people will play their own interests, yes, but no matter who judges or not this system. But so you prove us that this system will not work, nothing will change, will not diminishing our risks.
I don't understand your point of information. Actually, why our system will work?
No, this recalling system.
Recalling system. Oh, this recalling system will work. I'll talk about it in my next argument. Justice in the right way. So it's not about opinion of majority. It's about how to fix issues. Nobody knows how. A lot of people, a lot of judges make wrong decisions, and nobody knows what it. The only organ of the only body of the body in our country that control judges is high qualified commission of judges that did it one time in 5 years. It's not so frequent, and we have to do with this something. So, who is judge? Is the person who gives us a law order. Supreme Court and Constitutional Court is the places where solves very difficult and very important cases. So we need to fix these cases. It's not about people who killed somebody, and it's case about criminal court. It's not about constitutional and supreme.
Okay, I think the speaker for speech. I'd like to welcome the extension speaker from the opposition side to continue their remarks.
Good evening. First, for our statement, we want to discuss some points with which we disagree. First argument, we're talking about process of choosing judges. But our topic it is the process of recalling judgment. So, then government told us about flexibility, but we don't think that the system of judgment should be flexibility. Furthermore, in our opinion, it has to be reliable and strong. Then the government told us about creation of a new system of election. But why? We can do it as well. We can also improve our system of election and yes. Then government says that the commission will be elected by people, but it gives opportunity to influence on this decision of people. And then also they were talking that problems with education. But in our opinion, this proof only that new people without any experience will come to the new place, and this will not be able to solve this problem. Well, first, thank you. First of all, in our opinion, this process will increase corruption, because if people will be able to recall the judges, it will depend on the decision of people. Everywhere when exists different decision, personal interest exists as well. It can cause instability of this system, and the system of judgment shouldn't be instability, and it should be stable. If in this system people will change different judges, it will be a problem. If we choose judges, we know that they complete all tests for being judges. So they have qualification for this, so they can work in this place. So if we will be changing judges, it can blow up trusting us to beneficial for them. It will decrease independence of judgment because of fact that independence of decision is the most important. We think that it's a rather big problem. We also think that we should improve process of judgment, and that's why we think that we shouldn't allow to this loud to be in life.
Okay, thank you, speaker, for speech. I'd like to welcome the speaker from the proposition side to make her remarks.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Olga. So, to sum up this game from the point of view of government, why we need to introduce this motion? Because we think that now we have a problem of corruption, a problem with our democracy, and this motion will help us to resolve this problem. So, the clashes that were in this game. The first clash was about the corruption. The first government said to us that there is a corruption, there was a corruption in Ukraine, and our opposition says that this motion will bring the corruption, but it will increase it. We don't understand how, because in this case it will be elections of judges, and it is the more democratic way to resolve this problem, because people of the whole country will vote, and it is the best way to resolve the problem of corruption. Also, our opposition said that it didn't resolve this problem, but it is not true, and we believe that only this motion can resolve this problem, because we are a democratic country, and we believe that our values are the most important. As the first government said, that we can't simply fire a judge if we want, and we believe that, as my teammate said, that we protect human rights, that we protect the rights of election to everybody, and if we can vote, can go to elections for legislative power. We can do this for judge. We believe that this motion can bring us more justice. The second clash was in this game that about the new people and how the new judges can connect. The government says that only new people can make right decisions. Opposition told us that some people are more experienced and they can. All judges can, thank you, Lacey, can bring us more good things. But we believe that if the judge was making bad decisions, not justice decisions, we should choose this judge, and only people can do this. Yes, of course.
Maybe I want to help you with it. In that serious incident, it's all about only recalls, not about elections. Only recalls.
Thank you. the right for choose. Because only this way people can decide, not the government, and only this way we will fight the corruption. And we will move justice. The Supreme Court is a court where judge decides about more difficult cases as people, all the people in the country, they of course they know about these decisions, and only people of the country can make the right choice. So we think that only people of the country should can recall the judge because people need to express their position. People want to bring a new life. People want to be into the judge system, also not only in legislative or something like this. And we think with this motion, we will squeeze democratic values among our people, and it will help us to become more powerful country because of our citizens. And we think that this way our educational system will only improve, and we will have only judges who make the right choices. And we want to say that we protect human rights, the right of to fire some supreme justice, and we think it will be more democratic.
And in the length of speech, I'd like to welcome the speaker from the opposition side for some of the debates.
My name is Andrew. I'm from closing opposition. I'm analytic, and we heard a lot of narrowing from first government. It was narrowing by oaths, narrowing by education, or it's judgment. The judge can't be people who worked in parliament earlier. But we did we don't. The topic is the topic is recalls judges. Recalls judges is from Suprema or Constitutional Court. Then we don't we don't choose judges. It's out of the topic. The first, what all of that say first prime minister is out of the topic. And you said the closing and the government and the opening government said about one problem: corruption. But if people have corruption. No, you have a minute. You have 10 minutes. And if people are corruptioneer, he will fire. He will fire. It's this is we have in our society. But then what should we what should we decide in this case? Why we should recall judges? What accidents can be a reason to recall judges, and what mechanism will be regulate this process? We don't opposition didn't hear any any relevant arguments from government. You said a lot of beautiful words about that we want a clear, strong card, a democracy, but it's out of the topic. It's not that we are talking about. We're talking about we should recall this. No. For example, now, first government said that people will choose the commission will choose judges. Then closing government says that all people in the country will choose judges. Okay, let's imagine this situation. For example, we should choose a judge from Kiev, but I live in Odessa. Someone live in Donetsk, and someone live in Lvov. How do you imagine this process? We didn't heard an answer for this question. And okay, next. You said a lot of information. No. You said a lot of words about commissions that will regulate, but first the Premier Minister said that it will be secretly. Then second man in the government said it will be open. All people will be know who vote for this or this judge. And what say opposition? Opposition says that recall the straight independence of the judges. Independence of the judges. For example, you decide to play in Ukraine. For example, yes, we have this example. If recall judges first, it's first, recall judges, it's useful for politician system. For example, we have politician process about Tymoshenko, where politician system recall judges that were useful for this process. And next, with our opposition says that our opposition and my teammate said that system of judgment should be not shouldn't be not flexible. System of judgment should be strong, and its cards should be independent. Must be independent. The next that said my teammate, it was influence of the politician system. It's things that I said before, but it's one of the most important arguments. And our first, I'm sorry that not in the right way, but our first opposition says that that it's not possible to recall it's not possible to do it secretly and clear, because if it opens politician system are the richest people who influence on politics in our country will influence these people, this commission, and it won't be clear. The next thing that first opposition, it was the recall it's difficult to choose. It's difficult to choose optimal version of commission, and this is true. And I said about influence. And the last you said a lot about and you said you didn't say, and what accidents can be reason to recall judges. Only corruption, but and wrong decision. Wrong decision. It's not. Oh, I can understand wrong decision in the right way. Okay, so in this case, opposition win.
Okay, thank you all for the debate. I think this is a closed round, so I won't be giving you the results right now. But you can ask for them after the break has been announced. So I would ask you to leave and shake hands. Sorry?
Will you remember this?
I'll write it down.
Answers for
Probably. I mean, I have my notes here, so. But I think the break will be announced tomorrow. So.
Yes.
We should go. We should go. Yeah. Just take your stuff with you, because you won't be coming back here.
We should take our stuff.
Yeah, you should take your stuff.
Okay.
Да. Что если не испортим?